unboxing for the Marcus Miller Sire V7. It's a 4-string. And I got this from our good friends at Sweetwater. Meaning not such good friends that they gave it to me for free. I had to pay for it. But still, Sweetwater always does a good deal. I ordered it on Monday. It got here today, which is Tuesday. Next day. Okay? Anyway, so it's going to be a box within a box. That's normally the way Sweetwater does things. Here's the first box that I'm opening up now. And this is the base. Okay. Yep, there it is. Now, flip it over. Like the pick guard cover, typical Marcus Miller pick guard cover you could throw on there, and then it's also got like your Allen wrenches that you can do for neck adjustments and also for bridge adjustments. Sweetwater also does like an inspection of all their guitars, and so this is showing that they actually did their inspection on it. 55-point inspection. No, and this is it. It's 5. I can see that I'm gonna have to adjust the neck. Action is a little bit higher than what I would want it to be. This is it. I really like this metallic red finish. Really nice. Very nice. So looking at this, I just had the pick guard on here. You actually have to put the holes in here, because right now there's like no holes. And normally, I know Marcus Miller has his here, or this one. So just a little thing to think about. Also, with respect to the bridge, there's 2 ways you can string this bass up. You could take the strings through the bridge here, or you can take it through the body back here. It's got, I think it's 1 battery here. That's for the preamp. And so I'll come back and run you through all of the different settings on it. So
we're ready.
Here we go. This is part 2 of the unboxing for the Marcus Miller Sire V7 4-string bass. This is the 2nd generation, and got this from our buddies at Sweetwater, right? Always hook a brother up. All right, so what I did was, I haven't had a formal setup of this bass yet, so I have the standard strings on here, and these seems like they're like standard. Usually I go for light. I go for extra light gauge. And this is more like a standard gauge. So what I did was let down the saddles a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier for me to get around on it. I'm running the bass through the Harkey HD15. I'm very conservative with the knobs up here on the top. I got the volume at about 12 o'clock, bass about 12 o'clock, mids about 12 o'clock, and the treble is about on 3. So it's a little bit back off of 12 o'clock, right? And right now I'm playing this bass in active mode, okay? So I had it's a lot of stuff going on here with the preamp. So a little bit to kind of get adjusted to. So this first knob that you have, the top half of the knob is volume, right? So if I turn this all the way down, and it doesn't look like it's all the way down, but it's all the way down. I probably need to take the knob off and make that point that way, right? But it's all the way down, right? And I can prove it. There it is, right? Nothing, right? Turn it all the way up. That's where I had it before, and this second knob down here, this is a treble knob, right? Right now, because I was playing fingerstyle, I kind of had this turned down a little bit. It doesn't really have a notch in it, so meaning that, you know, you're either, you feel it when you get all the way up, and you feel it when you get all the way down, right? And so, like, when I was playing fingerstyle, I got somewhere in between to get, see, that's a little bit too much for me for fingerstyle. I want it to be a little bit bassier, so take it about there. Now, if I'm slapping, right, I kind of bring that treble up, which I just took it down. But I bring that treble up. So, yeah, I like that for slap. Okay, so that's the first part of it, right? So we got volume here at the top, and then we have tone here, right? And you can kind of mess around with the tone knob, right? Now, this next knob here is for your pickups. So right now I have it at 12 o'clock. That is giving me both pickups. So I normally like to play my jazz bass with both pickups. Sometimes if you're doing fingerstyle, I think having just that front pickup along with bringing down that treble kind of gives you a deeper sound. I'll probably add a little bit more treble to it. I kind of like that sound. And even for slap, you know, if you bring that treble up on a jazz bass with just that front pickup, it's a different, little hunky kind of sound to it, you know, which depending on what you're looking for, you might like that, right? And then here, this is going all the way to the rear pickup. So same thing here. I would probably bring down the treble some. So it's kind of got that nice little kind of Jocko-like sound to it. Of course, you know, Jocko was the king of the rear pickup. So I like that sound for that, right? So, but for me, normally when I'm playing a jazz, I usually just go with both pickups straight on, right? So this next knob here, this is a treble boost knob, and you really hear it, right? So I'm gonna bring up the treble a little bit more like I was doing for the, right now I have the treble here all the way up, right? Which I think works for slap. If you kind of want to get aggressive and dig in with fingerstyle, I think it works too. Kind of really kind of bite through, so I kind of like that part of it. But it's got this extra thing, so like I'm bringing this treble all the way up, right? It's like really, really bright. Very bright, right? So you know, most bass players would be like, I never want to get that bright. But if you ever wanted to, you can, right? Or I'm bringing this treble knob all the way down, right? So I had it at about 12 o'clock, but you can bring it all the way down, you know. Takes it down. know, you can bring this one, like right now I have the treble up here all the way up, and I have that all the way down, and I'm getting it, right? And I got both pickups going, right? That's with just the rear pickup, right? Kind of got that honky thing, so it kind of bites through a little bit more to me, you know. So it kind of bites through a little bit more that way. All right, so that's the treble part of it. Now I got everything at 12 o'clock. I got this treble knob all the way up, just so you know what's going on. And now we're going to the mid-range, right? So this one is a mid-sweep. Right now I have it at 12 o'clock. Turn it all the way up. Hear what we got. You can almost hear it. Already giving you a little bit more of that treble. That's what's slapping. See, that's a little bit too much for me, right? I mean, it's like I'm getting a lot of finger noise, a lot of that. And again, there's probably different adjustments you can make. You know, like I could probably back down this treble, right? We're having that all the way up. And then, you know, maybe back down this treble a little bit more. And, you know, I'm still getting a little bit more of that finger noise, which I think is probably right in that mid-range. Then the killer was for the mid-range. So I'm gonna now take this mid-range and take it all the way down, right? And I'm gonna bring this treble back up to 12 o'clock, boost this treble all the way back up, right? Got this mid all the way down, okay? Not hearing as much as the screen noise, right? Yeah, so, you know, that just doing that kind of helps take the screen noise out. So now I got this other one on the bottom, and right now it's all the way up, right? I'm gonna twist this all the way back down. Get into that one a little bit, right? Now that's with that one all the way down. Then I'll bring it back up. You're gonna get more of a bass boost. Still hearing a little bit more of that string noise. Now, this last knob on the back, this is actually bass, right? So I'll boost this all the way up, and you're gonna hear it. It's not even as bassy as this thing can get. So now if I brought this down, and I brought this thing down, no, I'm sorry, this one here down, and let's say if we kind of swung that one up. So you can get really basic, you know, you can get just unbelievably basic. So for me, you know, generally I like to have all this stuff kind of like at 12 o'clock or so. That works for me, except this one knob here. Especially for the slap stuff, you know. You know, I like that. You know, I like the sound of that. So anyway, this bass cost me, set me back about $676, somewhere up in there. Sweetwater's got them now. It took them a long time to get it. This was on back order for me for about 1.5 years. That's just how long it took them to get them, but they finally did. But I think you can also order them from the Sire, their website, and Guitar Center's had them too. So just kind of throwing that out there. I wanted to get something with a maple neck, and that's the other thing too. I really like the feel of this neck. It's not too fat. It really feels good. The bass is really light. I think I was saying that before on the other video. I got this in metallic red. I don't have a bass that's, you know, this color. I like this color. Just like the look and feel of the bass. It feels really good. Neck feels good. Nothing about it really feels cheap. Especially for it to be, I think, a budget bass. You know, maybe a beginner might be in the neighborhood of like $300 or something like that. But if you're a person that wants a really good sounding bass that I think will work well in the studio and on the stage, I think this bass is a great investment. So. All right, y'all, take it easy.